All right. As usual, this is Great Minds podcast, and surprisingly, we are making our 11th podcast, and we are not yet to stop. We still make this podcast, and we'll continue making them as our subscribers give us the right energy to use. So basically, as usual, I'm JW, and I'll be moderating this podcast. Today I'm acting as both the producer and the moderator. And surprisingly, today we'll have, at a later date, we have a lady in the studio. She'll be joining us on a few items that we'll be discussing through, but as our usual podcaster. And so today we'll be focusing on the results for the previous game week, that is game week 10, and we'll be focusing on of course the main games, not any game. You'll be surprised we might not discuss about Man U game because there's literally nothing to discuss about it.
Of course we have to discuss Man U.
Then of course we'll go into the local scene, and of course local scene we mean Uganda. We'll look into the coach's contract extension. And then, of course, we'll focus on the Uganda Cup that is appearing in the World Cup for under 17. And then we'll also look into the UCL that has been happening throughout this week. We'll look into, of course, the main games especially for the English clubs. And a few clubs that we know are gigantic across the continent that are playing, that played. And, of course, going into our tech segment, this is something that we usually want to make a daily on our podcast. We'll be focusing on the tech, and this time, rather than special, we'll be focusing on a certain road within Uganda, and we will see what tech refer to that particular road. And of course, we will focus on our teams, our fantasy teams, given the fact that game week 11 is soon starting. And of course, definitely we'll give you our prediction based on what we think about the games as they are going to happen. So like as usual, and without further ado, or without make any delay, like I said earlier, I'm JW. And once again, I'll be doing the host for this podcast. And I want to hand over to my colleague, S.
Oh, yes. Hello, everyone. You're welcome to episode 11 of the GM Pod. It's always good vibes, and we are always happy to have you here. We are glad you're here to listen to us. And let's get on with it.
All right. So as you've had S, but S, I don't know, your energy is still low. Is there anything is it because Man U drew?
I thought our guy was going to cut off his hair.
What happened? So actually, we should start from that game. Man U against Tottenham Hotspur. What is strange is this game, Man U was away.
Yes.
And they drew 2-2 from Tottenham. And what I know is that Nottingham Forest was literally getting to you.
It actually got to us because they were once in the driving seat.
Yeah,
2-1. And I was very disappointed. I was really looking forward to this win because I wanted that guy to cut off his hair.
Unfortunately, that's not
our reputation is at stake.
So does it mean that he's going to resume he's going to cut it off? Like did he reset, or is going to wait for the next game win to get to the game?
No, of course he reset because he said 5 consecutive wins.
5 consecutive wins. So that means now he's going back to 0.
Yeah.
And do you think he's going to make it? Do you think Mario is going to make it?
With Manchester United, I can't say, because by the time his hair is looking like that, it has been a while. But so far, we have been playing well, regardless of the guy growing his hair.
In that game, when you talk about Amadi's goal, I think that was the first goal that Amad scored, the Spab. Do you think it was luck? You saw what happened. The goal literally from the corner, then staggered within the box. Then before you knew it, it was on him, and then just gave it one shoot, and it was through the goal.
I would say yes, there's a bit of luck, because hitting the ball like that on a half volley requires some good skill. And for it to go into the net Now that requires some luck, but he hit it well.
Mm-hmm.
And then we were able to equalize. I thought we would get a third.
That was Casemiro is the one who made the equalizer, right?
I know it was Ahmad.
It was Ahmad, okay.
Casemiro scored the first one.
Uh-huh.
But then somehow we drew. Okay, not bad, but again we need wins because we are title contenders.
So that makes me ask you this question: does that mean the earlier games that you had previously won, did you win them fair and square? There was some form of luck.
I think luck, because for the Chelsea game they got a red card, and you saw against Brighton.
Yeah,
we were in front by 3.
Yeah,
and somehow the pressure started getting to the man.
Yeah,
we got scored 2 goals and then we started staggering. But Mbeumo managed to score a 4th one, which gave us the win. But I think let's see how things go. We are facing Spurs on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
And if we win that one, I would say Man United is back.
It's back to them. So you notice that so far your coach, your Man United coach, has been named as the coach of the month. And at the same time, from the same team, Mbeumo named the man of the month. Player of the month, rather. So does that come as news to you?
No, I mean,
so what
3
is
wins and a draw.
What is happening to Drought Haaland? Don't you think there's some form of unfairness?
Yeah, I think, that could be, yes. But I think they also measure your impact on the team. Because overall, Haaland is being provided with the goals, and Mbeumo is struggling with the team. You see, United. Yeah.
So now, moving away from Man United, I know we cannot discuss much about this anymore, given the fact that you did a draw.
Yeah.
Are you surprised with the Newcastle and West Ham game? I mean, the way West Ham has been playing, literally, in the previous podcast, it was more of like the game that you said they are going to be relegated.
Yes, I was very shocked.
That is West Ham. But now, surprisingly, it hammers Newcastle, not 1 goal, not 2 goals, but 3 goals.
3 goals.
So, are you surprised? Is it that Newcastle is it because they have pressure for Champions League? I mean, are you contented with what happens?
No, I'm not contented. Actually, I was shocked because Newcastle, they are facing West Ham and they scored first.
Yeah.
Jacob Murphy scored first. Somewhere, I don't know what happened. They got hammered 3. Okay, West Ham had the hammers.
If you look at the goal that Jacob Murphy scored, it was just a mistake from the defender. It was just a mistake, and it was lucky. He was in that position, and he managed to outrun the defender, and of course he had to score.
They effect him, and then he went to his leg and took the shot.
Exactly. But now, if you look at the goals that West Ham scored, they were real game. The first goal being scored by Paqueta.
Yes.
And I don't know why, for some reason, this guy, and this is fantasy issues, I had this guy all along, and
he was giving you 0s, 2s, 1s.
Now, from nowhere, he's starting to score. So when you look at Sosek, he also scored in the same goal, and again
an own goal.
And strangely again, Wan-Bissaka making an assist. Do you remember the disappointment we had with Wan-Bissaka before?
At the starting of the season.
Yes, now it is here trying to show us that he's doing something interesting. So overall, are you shocked that Newcastle is falling back downwards again? They are on the falling trend.
Yes, I'm
and
shocked.
West Ham is on the rising trend. Because it was luck for West Ham.
Losing against West Ham, that was a shock. Even though West Ham was at home and you know them with the music and the bubbles.
Yes.
They are very challenging when they are, releasing the bubbles and singing, when they have the home advantage. But again, West Ham has been really, really poor at everything. Not scoring, not defending. They have been conceding a lot of goals and not scoring enough. So because I had Bowen once and I sold the guy.
Yeah. So do you think now that that they are winning, you comfortably take them from the elimination zone?
I need 3 more games to judge. to come to a conclusion, I need 3 more games.
Yes. So because now chances are if West Ham works on itself and it moves away from that, But do you have a candidate that you're going to replace with West Ham in the names of relegation?
Because at first I had Wolves,
Yes.
West Ham,
Uh-huh.
and was it Leeds?
Yes.
Was it Leeds or Burnley? One of those two. Now I would replace it with Nottingham Forest.
I think actually Nottingham Forest was on that list before.
No,
Not
it wasn't.
Leeds. It was so it's
It
now
was Nottingham Forest. Eh?
okay. Yes, it was Nottingham Forest on that list. Remember they've been terribly behaving so bad. Yes. So Leeds or Sunderland?
Sunderland is good. I would say Leeds or Burnley.
Okay. Anyway, we will see as the game week goes. So the other thing that I wanted to, are you surprised with the Liverpool? Because previously, Aston Villa hammered Newcastle 1-0. And the game that I told you, maybe you saw the Haaland's behavior was slightly tired.
Yes.
And the legs. So now that we knew very well that since it hammered Man City, Aston Villa, beating Liverpool was going to be a walkthrough. But surprisingly, Liverpool hammers Aston Villa 2-0.
2-0.
Were you shocked in those results?
No, I wasn't. I would say it was a shock for Aston Villa to hammer Man City. That was a shock. But for Liverpool, I think maybe it's the high time they get their edge back with Gravenberch back in the team. I
think actually it did wonders in that game. It did wonders, and I think if I'm not mistaken, he's the one who scored the first goal.
Yeah, he holds the team together.
Yes,
and without him, Liverpool is always struggling.
Yes. Now in that in that game, you notice that Mo Salah scores a goal after I don't know how long. So what is happening? Do you think he has gained his momentum?
I don't
Do
know
you think the
say.
fans have said too much now that has gotten into his mind?
I don't know what to solve the goal. I don't know whether he was crossing, passing, or scoring. But somehow the ball went to the back of the net.
But it was a serious goal. He scored. Yes, it was a foul from the defender. It was just a silly mistake from the defenders. But the goal was clean.
Yeah, the goal was clear.
So why are you saying that either he was scoring or he was passing?
I don't know what he was doing, but but he scored a goal. But I think we also need to observe him some more. But as for me, I let go of the guy. Enough was enough. 14.5 M. That's out of money for you to be giving me 2 points.
You know, surprisingly, yes, I'm putting him on the line to be sold, but he might actually make a hat-trick anytime soon.
Let's watch and see.
Because you say Gravenberch is back.
Yes.
So you don't know, and you saw when that man is in there, Liverpool changed slightly.
Yes.
Not the likes of Van Dijk's and the likes modeling. But when it is back, you saw the momentum. And again, I know we're going to discuss Champions League later, but again, you saw his impact within the Champions League.
Yes.
Against Real Madrid.
Yes.
Yes. So you think Liverpool is back to its winning ways?
I also need like 2 games to conclude.
To conclude on that. Okay, we'll see. We'll see, and colleagues, I think all the watchers on. So away from the international scene, that was a few highlights that we had from game. But before we move away from there, I wanted us to discuss on Man City and Bournemouth, and specifically Haaland. 2 goals, and of course his celebration style.
His robotic celebration.
Yes, robotic celebration. So what do you talk about Haaland? Can you classify him as someone who is unstoppable now?
As I said, he's the greatest striker in our era. He's unmatched.
So I had a few. I think I was reading somewhere, and they were asking him if he's afraid to break the record. Then he responded saying that which record? No, he doesn't know what record to break. Like he literally is breaking all records. So he was asking the journalist, which record now? I don't understand. I thought all records are what?
Are broken.
Are broken or something. So you think is becoming something? I know their next game is they are playing against Liverpool, and we'll discuss on that match at a later date. So do you think is everywhere?
I think Haaland is everywhere. Haaland is a cyborg. I don't know. I think that guy should be given the Hall of Fame while he's still playing.
Why you still play? Hall of Fame is given when you retire.
When you retire. Like recognition that in your time you were something.
So, but I think what you're saying is actually very valid. And it's still very well. Again, we'll discuss about Champions League, and the man still scored in the Champions League. Yes. So anyway, away from the international scene for now, I want us to slightly move into the local scene. And for starters, and like Mutiaba has said about the game betting within the Ugandan games, especially the country level games, to me it's a surprise. That actually I thought, because I know the coach was in talks with I think Cameroon, that they wanted to take him. And surprisingly, the guy had started to feel himself, not wanting to sign again. And me, as I would say, yes, much as the results that you're seeing here and there, but he doesn't deserve his contract to be extended. So the news that we are getting is that his contract was extended to nearly 3 years, and his contract will be ending in 2028. So at double race, do you believe that Paul Put deserves his contract to be extended as a Ugandan, as a football fan for Uganda, as someone who has watched all the games for Uganda Cranes, especially when they are playing home?
I would say anyone who is coaching a national team and your main objective is money and not glory, you need to be beheaded.
What's your point?
Because I don't know, somehow, somewhere, you see, even when the players lose under this guy's regime, no one cries, no one shows any sign of remorse.
Yes,
they are all just there looking on, like, you've just lost a tournament. You could have put us on the map. You could have opened us up to so many opportunities, but you're just there looking.
Yeah,
like, people out there are crying.
Because, surprisingly is that I was surprised that Ugandans didn't react on the Algeria game that we lost.
I mean, it's like
it was normal, or it was expected.
They knew we are going to lose.
Yeah, so. That's the best we can do. So, and again, you see the same guy, his contract being extended. So do you think it's high time we start getting a local coach?
I believe so, yes.
There's a coach that is trending that has been recently fired. I've forgotten his name. Mbalangu. There's a name called Mbalangu. He's a coach for NEC.
Yes.
Yeah, and I'm told the man has been so successful.
Yes.
So
he managed to go in the CAF Champions League.
Yeah. So exactly. So I don't know, and because now when you look at Popot contract being extended, I mean, what is it because of Mozambique?
No. I think maybe it's just, I don't know. We undermine our own resources here, our own people. We think maybe someone who is coaching the local league cannot make it out there.
Yeah, and his contract being extended to 2028, that means he's going to be our coach in the Africa Cup of Nations.
Two of them. One that we are going to Morocco this year in December.
Yeah.
And then the next one that we are hosting in 2027.
Oh, so it's going to be the same coach.
Yes.
So if he performs weirdly in Morocco, you think his contract needs to be at least given up to end of Morocco? Then they see if they can extend it up to 2028, or it is a cartel and the mafias playing within FIFA.
I think it's the cartel.
And they are
maybe back. Cameroon wanted to take the guy, but then Magogo was like, "We're going to give you more money.
Yeah.
If your percentage was 20%, we are
doing this,
raising it to like
maybe
60.
He believes in him. I mean, you've seen what he has done. But anyway, still on the same spot, Uganda Cubs are in the World Cup for under 17.
Yes.
And surprisingly, the game which is similar to Algeria.
Yes.
We dominated the game. When it came to the 88 minutes, exactly, things backfired.
Yes.
Penalties after penalties. Now, surprisingly, that when you look at Uganda versus Canada, again, our guy Bogere managed to score in the 24th minute.
The guy is good.
Okay.
I mean, is our Messi here?
I'm not yet so sure about that, but you will give your remark after my submission. I don't know if it's good or bad. Then, surprisingly, and even Fufa tweeted, posted before the game had ended, okay, that our man Bogera had scored, okay.
Yes.
In the 80th minute, we conceive a goal.
Yes.
We are did it. In the 93rd minute, again, we conceive a goal.
You get? The same thing happened
in the Algeria game. So, is it a curse for Uganda Queens? Is it that we get excited, we lose track? Is it that we cannot concentrate on the game till the end of the game? What is the problem with this team?
Match fixing.
And my understanding is Magogo went to watch these guys when they are playing.
Hey, I think there is a signal whereby they say a certain word, and once you hear that word, lose.
Do the way things are supposed to be done.
Because I watched the game, and these guys were way poor.
The Canada team.
Yes.
Referring to the Canada team.
Yes, they were playing very poorly, and we were the greater team.
Mm-hmm.
We were passing the ball better. We made more attacks. They had only 2 attacks on target, and those are the goals that entered.
The
penalty,
of course one is a penalty.
And,
yeah.
Yes, and the header.
Yes.
And even the header, it was very poor marking. The goalkeeper ran out of goal. You have defenders in the box.
Why do you have to go away from the goal?
You get for you to stay on the line.
And you know that
let the others do their job.
That is something that our president of recently, when we were playing Chan, we had a similar goal.
Yes.
The guy moved out of here, and the president had to put him on the speaker for a front, asking him what happened to you, why did you move out of the game? So if you say that the header is scored, again the goalkeeper was not in the goal. So do these people listen?
I don't even know.
Do they even learn from their past mistakes? But would you tag that to the coach or to the players themselves?
I think I would tag that to the coach. Because even when you're choosing captains, you have to choose someone who will tell the players to cool, to stay chill, to stay calm. Because how do we concede a penalty in added minutes? And even as you saw the penalty was very weak.
Yeah.
Because this guy was trying to shield the ball, and then this guy just came all in and hit the guy's leg.
But was it a real penalty?
They went to VAR.
And basing on your judgment,
yes.
Was it a weak penalty or it was a real penalty? It
was, I would say, the defender's mistake. You can't make... Because when you see someone's form, you know he's going to shield that ball. You can't come all in like that. And then instead of hitting the ball, the guy had put the leg in the way of the ball. So instead he hit the leg. And then they went to VAR.
Yeah.
And they awarded the penalty.
So the chances are he might have received the signal.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Make the tackle now.
Because, the coaches are always on the touchline. So I think somewhere inside there, it's like he says a word. And that is a code word. Time to lose. So
do you think if we continue playing like this, because you're seeing a similar trend for our Uganda Cubs and at the same time the Cranes?
Yes.
So do you think the similar trend is touching us, or because you sense some form of advanced betting or professional betting in our games?
Yeah, I think there is match fixing, because I think we as Ugandans are very good at playing football, because our ranking in Africa is 15th. How are we 15th when we managed to go to the World Cup under 17? And even in the World Cup qualifiers for the seniors, we were very good. We only lost to Algeria. And the last game, we lost in a funny way. How are you telling me we are leading the game? We are in the driving seat until like the 90th minute. Yeah, somewhere we start conceding very weird penalties.
It doesn't make sense to me, and something that we are watching on. And probably if it happens for the third time, then we'll definitely know that either the players play what they want, or indeed there's some form of match fixing somehow.
Yes,
that would be that would be my conclusion.
Because if it's match fixing, let them tell us, and we look for other things to do. We have things to use our time for.
You don't want to go into such similar games, anyway. So from the local scene, I think is anything that you feel like you need to add on from the local scene?
That's pretty much it.
That's pretty much it. So now back to the international games, UCL. The first surprising game is you notice how first and foremost Manchester was playing with the Dortmund.
Yes.
That is where our robot, our gigantic man,
Our cyborg
came from. And then when you look at Liverpool and Real Madrid, a game which I expect to be the other one, but the results were still funny. But let's first concentrate on the game for Manchester and Dortmund. Like I said earlier, Haaland scoring again.
Yes.
Is this man becoming unstoppable?
I think the man is already unstoppable. Once you get the ball to his feet,
that is it. Just count a goal. And in that game, we are seeing Foden scoring 2 goals. Are you surprised? And you know very well that before we made this podcast, we were watching earlier that he has been recalled.
Yeah, on the
national team. You think is it because of those goals, or basically the man now is trying to improve?
If Tuchel based off those 2 goals, he should be fired. How do you call someone because of 1 game?
Because maybe he has been showing some form of potential. We've been watching him with the Manchester games. Yeah. He has been trying to, to come back. Probably the excitement in the previous game season where I was the MVP of the season. You saw what happened. Maybe the man got into excitement and then he lost touch. Now he's literally getting back on his feet.
Actually, he has become a regular for Man City.
Yes.
Starting each and every game.
So do you think he's fit to be on the national team now?
I think on the bench, yes. We could bring in somehow in, but as a starter, not really. And because I would choose Palmer over Foden.
But Palmer is already there.
Yes.
So you maybe compare Foden to some other person. Because Palmer is already there.
Palmer was always coming off the bench. Because Jude Bellingham was always starting with Foden.
But do you think it's going to be the... Anyway, we'll discuss on the national scene at a later date. But just to make this pass through, do you think still Palmer will come from the bench?
This is a new coach. We haven't seen any games he has coached so far. Because Southgate's regime, Palmer was coming off the bench.
Yeah.
But now this is a new coach. And even he had fired the guys. He had chased the guys away.
Yeah.
Foden and Bellingham was like...
Yeah.
So but now we want to see what is he going to do in this next World Cup in USA.
Now, strangely, surprisingly, very well in my fantasy team, I've been having reindeers, and then from nowhere, he's starting to come from the bench, and I'm seeing Chucky.
Yeah.
In the game against Manchester against was it Bournemouth?
Yes.
Where he scored 2 goals. Haaland scored 2 goals and the 2 assists came from Chucky.
Yes.
And then now if you see in Champions League here, the man is scoring.
Yes.
He scored in the extra time, 90th plus minute.
Yes.
Plus 1 minute. That's Chucky scoring. So do you think Chucky now is a thing? Do we need to focus on him now and drop reindeers completely?
He just came on from the bench. Reindeer started the game and did a lot of nothing. So for me, anyway,
I don't know why do you always use the word he did nothing?
Because you are playing for 90th minute and have nothing to show for it, other than the minutes that I play for 70 minutes.
Yes.
But you have nothing to show that I did an assist. Or okay, maybe he was in the pitch, but he's an attacking midfielder, and for an attacking midfielder, you want to see something, maybe an assist, maybe you are playing some long passes or creating chances. If you're not doing that, then you're doing nothing.
So would you say we drop Rangers, start focusing on
but
Chucky?
Not for Chucky
yet,
because for now we don't know who goes in first. Sometimes it will be Chucky, sometimes Rangers.
Okay. So now I want us to look at the Liverpool game, Liverpool and Real Madrid. And this time Liverpool was home.
Yeah.
Are you surprised with those results? Because Liverpool hammering Real Madrid 1-0.
Yes.
This goal was scored by McAllister.
As we went into the game, I didn't know what to expect.
I knew what to expect. I knew very well that Real Madrid was going to hammer them seriously.
For some reason, I don't think Madrid is back to
its winning ways.
Because back in the day, when you're facing Madrid, my friend, when the Ronaldos were still there, Zidane, the Beckhams.
Mm-hmm.
When you're facing Madrid, I don't know, come and play defensive just to make sure you don't concede a lot of goals. But now, anyway, Madrid is not bad because it managed to hammer Barcelona in El Clasico.
Yeah.
So everyone, I think, expected Madrid to win.
Same here, yeah. But I was surprised. And based on the few discussions that we had with you earlier, you said actually Liverpool were in a good position to even score more goals other than just one goal.
Yes. And they just failed.
Yeah.
So, is Liverpool back?
I mean, I don't want to judge Liverpool's backness based on Champions League.
I'm also going to conclude after the Man City game.
Exactly. When is the Man City game? On Sunday. Maybe, no, but still I will need one more game. Because now Man City game is, it's a hyped game.
Yes.
So it's really hard to judge from a hyped game. We need a low-key team when they are, and then we see how they are performing, how they are playing. So, Newcastle. And what was that team name? Athletic. So Newcastle hammering 2-0, and in that game I'm seeing the man that you saw, Danny Ban, scoring. You've been saying bad about Danny Ban. Here is here, scoring in the 11th minute. And then of course Joelinton scoring in the 49 minutes. But Joelinton,
he got some kind of injury. He's been on bench. And I saw also Gordon got an injury.
Gordon is also injured now. Okay.
Because I wanted to consider bringing in Murphy, but I want to know, is he going to be playing 90 minutes? Because with Gordon and Joelinton around, he's a bench material.
So but now the Newcastle team, you feel like it's a thing or it's luck?
Athletic, I think Athletic is weak, so them winning against Athletic, that's no shock. The shock was them losing against West Ham. How do you lose against West Ham? The team that is in relegation.
I don't understand. You're still on that game. I thought we had left those results way back.
Okay, but they won against Athletic. Maybe they are back. Maybe that was a blunder. Or they were just having a bad day.
Then a quick one on, and this is also either there is a Manuka somewhere somehow. Chelsea, and it is a team. What was its name? Qarabag. Qarabag or something like that.
I don't even know the team.
And in this game, Estivo scores, and of course the Manu legend Garnacho scores.
I don't know what's happening to Chelsea. By the way, Chelsea played very well in the weekend.
You mean when they were the 1-0, right? But
they hammered Spurs.
Yes, but Qarabag, I mean, are you surprised with these results?
Yeah, of course. I expected Chelsea to win.
Is it because Palma is not in?
Yeah, by the way, there's a lot of inconsistency in Chelsea when Palma is out.
Could be maybe because you could be judging them, but you know very well the issues of Chelsea and the Palma.
But a few more games like 2 and he will be back. I saw he's coming back around the 22nd of November.
Then Spurs hammering 4-0.
After them losing to Chelsea, who just drew with Qarabag.
Does football make sense to you? Because it seems like football at one moment it will cease making sense to me. 4-0.
With a red card.
You can imagine. Spurs hammering 4-0. Are you surprised?
Because Copenhagen is a Europa material. Champions League, though they added more teams, that's why we get people like this nowadays.
Okay.
But, okay, Spurs
so are you saying say Copenhagen is not a serious team against Spurs?
Yeah. Spurs was way much
It was
better.
A sure win?
It would have been a shock if they lost or drew like Chelsea did against Qarabag.
So now our last game for Champions League. Remember, we've looked at all the 5 guys for the EPL that are in Champions League. I wanted us to look at PSG and Bayern.
Yeah, I think that was the biggest game.
Bayern
for the match day
hammering PSG. But you know very well your guy got injured.
Got a red card.
No, there is a guy, this Moroccan guy.
Oh, Hakimi.
Hakimi was seriously injured.
I don't think he's going to be able to play the
AFCON. That's what I'm suspecting. But before we discuss on that, is in this game, the Liverpool legend,
Luis Diaz,
scores 2 goals,
and
weirdly gets a red card.
omuganda kyayita okwoza noyanika mu ttaka.
Why? Like how?
How do you score 2 goals?
Exactly, because I expect you to be on your best,
and you are a forward.
Exactly, and then you get a red card.
You don't need to make weird tackles.
Does it mean that excitement overtook him? Does it mean that is not a Champions League material? Or he's still having those excitement that he used to have in Liverpool?
I don't even know what happened to him.
Or probably the mafias.
But
he
even
kidnapped his dad again.
On the weekend, they were brought in from the bench. Him, Hurricane, and Olise. Because they were playing a weaker team. So the guy decided to rest his best players.
Yeah.
Okay. And then they were brought in after some minutes. And then.
So are you surprised with PSG losing to Bayern?
I mean,
do you remember in the previous Champions League game?
They are the defending champions as we speak.
Yeah, but now remember, PSG hammered the Bayern seriously.
Yes.
In the qualifier, I mean the Champions League game previously, before they became champions.
Yeah.
But now you see tables are turning. Now Bayern is hammering PSG.
By the way, I don't think PSG made any good transfers as we came into this season. Unlike Bayern, they brought in Diaz.
Yeah.
They brought in Olise. They have Jackson now.
So Jackson is also a serious transfer for Bayern.
Yes.
And so far the man is not actually doing bad.
Yeah, by the way, the guy
he's actually doing very well. And of course, but either is being fed too much by Hurricane. You know, Hurricane can actually feed someone.
Yeah, and you can actually goes and fetches the ball and then plays it forward.
Maybe
the long passes.
That could be the reason that's why he's shining.
Jackson.
Yeah.
But even in Chelsea had Palmer. What happened there?
He played his game. I mean, which something I don't know why, but I think he's also an African flop in EPL. But at least in Bayern, he's doing something nice, and literally is coming back on the scene and it's the similar thing which is happening to Onana.
Yes,
Onana has become Onana.
But Onana was a good keeper.
Onana, playmaker. I mean, he's now something. He's not the person that you that was in Man U. Makes me try to believe that. Is Man U people, do they have too much words? That players have to lose concentration, players don't have to act the way they are supposed to play, or it's just...
Yeah, that could be the reason. There's a lot of pressure, a lot of social pressure, social media. You have to keep an image. You have to play well. You have to play so that the fans are happy. I think that's why Mourinho said if he's to come back in the Premier League,
he needs
wants a lower
team.
Yeah.
So you think if Onana would be back in your team now, you think it would make something nice?
Onana was a good keeper, but for now we have something good going with Lamens, that young goalkeeper.
Isn't it too early to judge?
I mean, he has only one lose.
You saw what happened to Nottingham Forest. Where did all those goals pass?
And by the way, we considered some weird goals.
Exactly.
Some funny goals.
So it could have
2 goals in 2 minutes.
Exactly. The man could be having beginner's luck.
Let's see against Spurs.
Yes.
And also...
Or again, it's another stronger team.
Yeah, maybe the teams that normally hammer us, there is City, Liverpool, and Arsenal. Because Spurs, sometimes we draw and sometimes we hammer them. So if we face City, Arsenal, or Liverpool, and we win with him making a clean sheet, I would say the guy is good. You
would judge that the guy. So far, if you look at the goalkeepers in the EPL, where do you rank him?
But now, since he has just come on, I think we have really good keepers. We have Donnarumma, we have Raya, we have Alisson Becker, we have Pickford, Pope, we have Dubravka. Those guys in the lower teams are doing some good job.
So you think he's not anywhere near the...
Not in the top 10. Golden Glove.
Not in the top 10.
You don't even put him in the top 10?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Would you put Onana in the top 10 if we're still in the Man U now?
No.
Why?
Because sometimes I think the pressure got to him.
Onana.
He couldn't handle the pressure. The pressure was too much for him. So he ended up making some funny mistakes. And those mistakes cost him his reputation, and the fans were always quarreling. And just know, once every time you open your handles and the fans want to swallow you, you can't stay the same on the pitch.
Okay, so now moving away slightly from football before we get into other sports to focus on our teams. Of course, we have two segments. We have the tech segment coming on board. We have to look at our fantasy teams, that is for game week 11, and definitely we'll look into our predictions. So I want us to just move away from football and then get into tech. Remember, I said we always have a tech component coming through, and if you're out there and then you're in a role, and your role is to play tech, and then you're trying to sabotage things because you're good at tech, or making people suffer because for you think you've made it, and in tech no one can get to you, we are going to come for you.
Yes.
Rest be assured, we are going to come for you, and we'll discuss you, we'll publish you, let people know wherever you are that yes, you do your tech, but do it the way it's supposed to be done.
Yes.
Because I know as per here, we don't have rules which says, okay, if the way you see our colleagues in the medicine,
yes,
if they do something, there's an agency, there's a body that will come for them.
Yes.
But surprisingly, in ICT, we don't have that body that sensitive yet. That's why you hear some people stealing money here and there, and then before you know it, things is happening. So now, I want us to focus on a certain road among the roads that we have in Uganda.
The most expensive road.
The most expensive in the entire world, not in Uganda. in the entire world.
In the entire world.
Now, this road, personally, we've used it on several occasions.
Yes.
And at one moment, there's one time when we went there, and I was shocked. There was some form of jam on the road at all.
Yes.
And I kept on wondering, why would we have jam or at the road at all?
When it's just pay and get a receipt and
get a receipt and then move on. So this road, even our president uses the same road.
Yes.
Pedestrian, all motor vehicle guys, apart from I think a few allowed motorcycle guys, motorbikes guys.
Yes.
Those gigantic bicycles are allowed on that road.
Yes.
It's a very, very crucial road.
Yes.
If you want to really get your things done, and it's literally now considered as the main road to the airport.
Yes.
Okay? Now, I just want you to factor in a situation. You're time bad, you're late, you're rushing, you go to that road, you reach there, and they tell you the computers are down.
The systems are off.
The systems are off. The guys are in their kiosk eating bunyewa like a pass. Double S. There's an instance that happened.
Yes.
And it has been all over social media.
Yes.
And this instance, not because that the person in the kiosk doesn't want to operate. No. It's because there is a tech person. There is an ICT guy.
Yes.
Representing the tech team.
Yes.
Sleeping on the job.
Yes.
Eating bunyewa.
Yes.
In working hours. What's your take on that guy?
Actually, some of the guys were very furious. Like, for the love of cars, UG is some famous TikToker. He was very furious because that road they provide you with cards.
Yes.
Which are discounted.
Yeah.
Let's say use that road.
If a daily user. Yes, a routine user.
Yeah. So he bought a card. And on reaching the toll, they told him that they need to prove or maybe get an approval, like to confirm that the card is valid. He was like, it's okay. So he gives in the card. After the guy giving in the card, he was like, the system is what? Is down. So the card cannot be what? Confirmed at the moment. And then as he was sat there, there was some other lady. The lady parked even on the side and moved out of the car and sat there. She was like, I don't have any cash. I paid for the card.
Yes.
So that I can go and come as much as I want.
Being a routine.
Yes. And she's like, now I have not moved with any cash. I only moved with my card because I thought my card would what?
Would work.
Now the card is not working. What am I to do? It is a one way. You can't go back. You can't be like, let me turn from here and go back and use the old route.
Did they look at the option of begging on other fellow drivers?
Okay, she didn't beg. So what they did, they were like, let's wait here for you to call the IT department to fix the system. And the lady said, we have called the name, the guy forgot the name, and he remembered Ronald.
A different name.
But the name was Robertson.
Yeah.
We looked into it as great minds to see
it true?
Who the actual guy is.
Yes.
The guy is called Robertson. And then this guy was calling saying they called the guy and the guy wasn't in the office. The guy was already off duty playing soccer somewhere.
So if he goes off duty, doesn't he have anyone to step in as he's out of office?
Exactly. And his point was, the problem was not the system being down for one time. It happens more occasionally than you think.
So the system wasn't just down for that particular moment.
Yes.
It is something that continuously keep on surfacing. So is there any other tech person within that entity that sees that if this thing becomes a routine, it is messing up the entire ICT component within that road toll mechanism or system?
You get, and how hard is to fix that thing? Because you have a card. All you need to do is to put the number in the system. Is it valid? Yes. Let the guy go.
How about if the IT guys are there just pictures? Because I know of a bank here who has IT guys, all departments headed by IT guys, but when it comes to fixing the real issue, they go into Teams or any other infrastructure for communication, and they get to India. Then they troubleshoot the problem remotely from India. So do you think that's the same thing that is happening in such a simple place?
Could be.
Is it complicated?
I don't think it's complicated.
Because if is it him who said that indeed this issue happened routinely, not that just that one card instance?
Yes. He said he has faced that same problem a number of times, and he has also had people complaining the same thing, that when you buy cards, after getting those cards, I think you go through like 3 times and the card no longer works. Because most people buy the cards because they are discounted.
How about, before we judge that the man slept on the job and the likes, is that what about because Uganda?
Yeah.
What about if that card was a dupe? Have you thought about it? Could anything here is it can be duped? You remember the tickets for Nambole? What was happening?
Yes.
If one person could sell a ticket to like 14 people, whoever gets first on the pitch and this ticket gets scanned, you would access, the rest of the people would be bounced. So what if that man had a duplicate card or a fake card?
Again, it comes back into the systems. It should show you an error saying invalid card, not unable to confirm the details.
Which didn't happen. So that means the guy really had a valid card.
Yes.
And because of the ICT negligence within that road toll,
yes,
it was delayed. The man might have was moving maybe to strike a deal, and just the minutes that he stayed there,
everything.
So do you think the ICT need to remove the ICT so that those things are manual?
So that we say that no more cards,
no more cards, and
cash.
Literally the entire system just moves away. You just pay your money, and then someone presses the button, the thing opens.
Yes, that would be better. But again, we are going in the world of automation.
Yeah, but the problem, yes, we are going in the world of automation. Then this is I think this is the 3rd episode we're having about tech, and the question I keep on asking is, are we really ready for tech? Is it something that we are trying to tie ourselves on when it is refusing us, or we need more years to really grasp this tech component properly? Because you don't expect someone to bounce on a road toll, especially a road that is one way. What do you want him? There's no nearby ATM.
Yes.
There's no mobile money next around there. It's not more of like there's a town where people can come and then, oh my God, shop things or get money or here. So that means that if that person's card doesn't fail to work, and because that particular person has embraced technology and is moving cashless.
Yes.
And then he bounces. What do you want him to do? So whoever was on duty that time, the so-called IT, whatever fellow there, or thinks like maybe the road toll probably belongs to him, what advice would you give to him?
I think either what you've said, either get serious on the job, make sure the things are working. If not, let's go back to the button.
And if we hear any other concern about the road toll, I think we are going to request for permission to have this podcast at the toll itself.
Yes.
Probably invite him and then explain what is happening.
What
because
is happening?
This is Ugandans.
You get?
We are Ugandans. Whatever delay that is caused there, the government loses money. You know that very well.
Yes. And whoever says that the problem has been surfacing for more than once, it means you had enough time to fix it.
Exactly. And it seems like they maybe, but we are saying they had enough time to fix it. What if they cannot fix it? And maybe they are waiting for Chinese to come and fix it.
Get a security guy, you know, that thing that raises, give them the one for the rope with the weight on the other end. After them paying, they're like, raise.
Yeah. I know what thing is interesting. It's just like you're saying, it's just a rope mechanism.
Yes.
The guy just has to stand there. If you pay,
and then he puts back the thing.
I mean, then we know that maybe the road toll is manual.
Yes.
Because I cannot move somewhere time cautious.
Yes.
Knowing very well that I have 1 minute at the toll and then I spend an hour there. That is totally unacceptable.
That is not the problem of the user of the road. It's you as the administration to make sure everything is working. So for me, what I want is to come and pay and go. I don't care whether there is a guy pulling the thing. I don't care whether the thing is automated. I don't care whether you tell me to run through it. Let me just go if I've paid.
So I have a feeling maybe if the teams are failing to fix the thing, let them tell.
Yes.
Let them say that we failed to fix the card issue, and then let users know.
And actually, this is use the manual way or pay cash on the tolls.
This is the same thing that we need to tell people. If you're going on that road toll at the express, have your 5K with you.
Yes.
Don't trust any technology that these people are using. Everything is fading. Last time you heard what was happening to UDCL. Now you're hearing what is happening to the express toll. The next thing you're going to hear other government system doing whatever they are going to do. And these are very intelligent systems, by the way.
Yes.
Very superb systems that the government has actually put in money to deploy and to work and get value for money for those systems.
Yes.
But I don't know what happens to the human resource. Human resource becomes resource. We really don't understand what happens afterwards.
Maybe the president was right after all. What are the HRs doing?
Maybe
are you hiring qualified people, or you're just hiring anyone?
Maybe the HR themselves are the problems.
Yes.
And again, it goes back to the. I mean, because why is it that all tech-related systems in the government sector are nearly failing?
Yes. Are you hiring the right people? Do they have the right qualifications?
Do they even know what to do? They could have the right qualification, but you know very well that NASA also became NASA.
Oh, yes.
What if NASA has become NASA?
And they have the documents, but the skills.
Exactly. And you know very well that is rampant of these days. People have documents, but when it comes to hands-on, they have the other. But anyway, whoever is responsible for that system at the toll, whether it was that man who stepped on the road, whether it was whichever is entity that is concerned about that issue, kindly look into it, because any delay that you do there, the government loses money.
Yes.
It means you won't get a salary. It means some services somewhere won't get delivered.
They are going to be deducted in order for you to get your payment.
It means that some business somewhere is losing a client.
Yes.
Because the client is just near at your place.
On the road.
On the road. Toll. And they're saying that Africans don't care about time. We do actually care about time. But it's because of such systems that make us what?
Delay.
So any person that is responsible on that can work on it. In our next episode, if we hear any rumor that things have not yet worked on, again, we are going to bring it back in our tech segment.
Yes.
This time we'll invite some more stakeholders, maybe to throw more light. Probably we are saying things that are not clear or are not heardable, or maybe they don't make sense to you guys. But if you're in tech and if you're in ICT, do the right job.
And if the things aren't fixed, we shall try to reach out to those people.
Yes, exactly.
And see what they tell us.
Yes. So do the rightful things. IT is a big area, a big sector. You see, Uganda is embracing ICT in here, in our hospitals, in our banks, literally in each and every sector. So we want it to move in a fly.
Yes.
We don't want any so-called delays. There's no room for delays in ICT now.
Yes.
We don't want anything to block us to achieve what we want to achieve. So away from the tech world and back to football. And like we said earlier, we'll finish most of the segments, and also time is not usually getting to our end. In our segment, we are going to introduce in a third party or another podcaster, or what we refer to is as aspiring podcasters. We don't always want to be the one to remain in the chair forever.
Yes.
We need to have a formal way of, having a new blood on the team.
Yes.
And the same time, this is not just about men. We are in a world whereby a man can do what a woman does, and a woman can do what a man does. Or what equality, or what we refer to as gender balance. So today in our podcast, especially in our next segment, we are introducing in a new team, and we are going to give him just a few seconds, right?
Yeah.
Since he's not a regular podcaster, maybe 10 seconds to just introduce yourself in 1 or 2, 3 words. And then we jump into our segments. We are going to be focusing on our teams for the upcoming game week, and then our predictions. So for starters, we want us to introduce yourself and tell us who you are. Yes.
Hello everyone. My name is Fiona. I'm an aspiring podcaster. I'm delighted to be hosted on this podcast as a member. So, yeah, generally that is it.
All right. So you had from our ear, like you can hear, it's just a new to the team. So, but as time goes on, hopefully it will catch up. What do you think, Double S?
Yeah, she will.
You think does he qualify, or it's something?
She's in the second place in our league. I don't know how. The woman is in the second place, but she's there.
She's trying to show us that maybe we are not serious on what you're doing. So I want to start from Double S, and we always look into our fantasy teams. And Double S, I want to begin from you. And if I look at your team before you give me yours, I want to first look at your previous game week.
Yeah.
Previous game week team, and then compare it to what you have. Is that in the previous game week, you literally had very many blunders, if I'm not mistaken. And colleagues, I'm a happy guy because Alan did what he used to do.
Somewhere I was above average.
Yeah. So NL, Double S.
Yeah.
I see Pickford branded you.
Yeah.
Mukurele branded you.
Very.
Danny Bani branded you.
Yeah.
Saka branded you.
Blunders.
Pedro Pero branded you.
Another blunder.
Semenyo branded you.
Yeah. Semenyo. You did an assist.
So, should we expect an overhaul in your team? Do you even have those substitutes?
Yeah.
Over to you.
Yeah, of course I'm going to make some substitutes. But in my goal, I'm leaving Pickford. I would have gone for Dubravka, but you saw what West Ham did against Newcastle. I don't want to risk. And Pickford feels like a more safe option. So I'm sticking to Pickford. And in my defense, I'm leaving Timber. Arsenal has been doing really well.
You're leaving Timber.
And then I'm bringing in a Steve.
You're not suspecting them to break off this time?
Against Sunderland. Sunderland is very defensive. I don't think they might score Arsenal. I think Arsenal might get a win, but not too many goals, but with a clean sheet. So I'm leaving Timber in.
Okay.
and then I'm going to bring in a Steve instead of Pedro Polo, because I know Man United is
So you're dropping Pedro Polo
on the bench. Yeah.
Oh, you're not removing him from your team. You're just putting him aside.
Yeah.
For just this game week.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good move. That's a clever move. Yes.
But I'm dumping Ban.
He scored in Champions League.
Do
you know that?
No. I've had the guy for 5 game weeks, and he has been consistent, giving me 2 points in each game.
Yes.
I love the consistency, but not the points.
Yes.
So I'm moving on, and I'm bringing in Guehi because Crystal Palace is looking good. I would have brought in Munoz, but it's a bit pricey.
When you talk about Guehi, it's a good name. Eh? Guehi is a good player.
Yeah.
So
I'm using a 3-man defense.
Okay.
And I'm using a 5-man midfield, but it's not looking good because one of my midfielders already has a yellow on him. I don't know why, but they say he has a muscle injury, but 75% chance of playing.
Yeah.
So I might take him out and bring back Pedro Polo because I don't want someone who's going to start off the bench.
True.
But that man is in the eye. He's playing against Fulham, and I'm leaving Cunha in.
Okay.
Against Spurs.
Okay.
I'm leaving Semenyo in against Aston Villa. I'm leaving Caicedo in against Wolves. And Saka. By the way, Saka is keeping my money for Palmer. Once Palmer comes back,
okay, because
Saka, the only thing he has managed to give me, I think, is an assist.
Was it an assist or scored the goal?
An assist. It was an assist.
It was an assist. Okay. So, but you in your submission, you said he's always blanking you. So you're saying it's just keeping the position for Palmer.
For Palmer, yeah.
So do they have the same price?
No, Palmer is 2 million
ahead.
Yeah, more pricey than Saka.
So Saka is 9.
Saka is 10.
Palmer is
12.
Palmer is 12.
Yeah, I think. Let me check.
Palmer is that's serious. Has he reached 12?
No, they're actually approximately the same price. So he's in 10. He hasn't gone to 12.
So that
because this one is 10.1, the other one is 10.3.
So that means you're right. So chances are, if Palmer gets better, you just do a swap.
Yeah, I'm like Bukayo Saka. It was a pleasure having you in my team. Go and look for something else to do. Don't be in my team.
Is there any update on when Palmer is coming back?
Still 22nd November.
That has not yet shifted.
Yeah, so like in the next 3 game weeks, he will be back.
Okay, right.
And so far, as we stand, Haaland is still holding my captaincy, but against Liverpool.
They are playing Liverpool. Anything can happen.
I want to follow my guts. And by the time I wake up tomorrow,
to be something.
If it says stick to Haaland, I'm sticking to Haaland. If it says look for someone else, I might give it to Semenyo.
All right.
Because my other striker is Mateta. Mateta is shaky.
So you have Haaland, then you have Mateta?
Yeah, those are the 2 strikers I have. I wanted to bring in back Joao Pedro, but I didn't have enough transfers.
So you're playing with 2 strikers?
Yeah, and 5 midfielders. And 3 defenders.
You know, for some point, that's also another tactic, because strikers usually get very small points when they
4
score.
points.
But when those other guys score, they get some good points. But anyway, now over to you, Fifi the Queen. Before we get into number 1, the highlights that you have so far: you're second in our league, next to undefeatable.
Yeah.
So that means chances that your podcasts, your fantasy skills are literally nearly way beyond us. That's what it would ideally mean. And you've been trying to be consistent. The previous season, you literally won the league. I don't know how you're doing that. Maybe because there is luck, double S, and I have chances thinking that there's a lot of luck. Now, when you look at your team, last game week we were above average already. And you had Anderson in your goal, you had Mukredi, you had Senesi, you had Steve. And if you look at your bench really branded you. I think apart from Senesi, I think gave him a defensive contribution.
Yeah.
And then when you look at your midfielder, Mbeumo, Brunogon, Semenyo, Brandaling, of course, Mosaka helping you to win there. Okay. Now, when you look at your striking line, apart from Thiago, the rest of the team really did wonders for you. So we want us to take us through your team. Are you maintaining this team? Are you subbing a few people? Just take us through the game, the players that you have in each position, and then we will see. So over to you.
Thank you very much. I'm going to, as far as my team is concerned, I'm maintaining a few people and making a few changes to improve on the performance still, because my goal is to take over the undefeatable. So I'm maintaining Henderson in the goal. Then I have Mukiele and Senesi and Steve. Yeah. Then the midfielder, I'm maintaining Belmo, Bruno G, Semenyo, and Masala. Though I still have question marks with Masala. I have among the strikers, I'm maintaining Mateta and Haaland, plus Thiago.
So you're maintaining Haaland as your captain, or you're just keeping him there?
I'm maintaining him as my captain. I still have high hopes on him.
They are playing with Liverpool. And usually we always get different issues with Liverpool and Man City. Anything can happen.
Yes.
So there are higher chances that your captain can blunder.
So
why insist on him?
I trust my instincts.
Yeah.
That's why I'm insisting on him.
Okay.
I believe he'll do the best for us, for me.
All right. So then, apart from Haaland, any other striker you have?
I have Mateta. Yeah, then Thiago.
All right. So that is her team. Well, I will look into my team. I know my team branded me seriously terribly last time, but this captain never didn't affect me in any way or the other. But again, I'm bringing back Pickford into my goal. Yes, he was also there, but he's maintaining that. I'm keeping Senesi because they are playing with Aston Villa. I'm keeping Rodon. They are playing with Nottingham Forest. You see how the man is blundering, and of course, I don't know if the new coaches will do anything. Maybe we will judge, since they drew with Manchester United.
Yeah.
So I suspect maybe Rodon could do for me some wonders there. Then, of course, I'm looking at Steve, maintaining him since they are playing West Ham. I don't believe in beginner's luck. And then, of course, I'm looking at my midfield. I still have Salah, but this is the last warning for Salah. If it makes any blunder this game week, scoring things which don't make sense, spending 20 minutes touching the ball, next game week, I'm sorry, I have to drop him. And actually, if that happens, I might even drop him before even the game week ends. So Sarah, if you can hear this podcast, just know you're doing blunders for us. And then, of course, I'm maintaining Beumu, the named man of the month, player of the month. And then, of course, I'm maintaining Semenyo. Now, since I was so disappointed with Rain Diaz, I've finally accepted to bring in Caicedo. But keep watch. Caicedo, if you do any blunders in my team, you're out. I won't wait for you for any other game week. No, I'm only giving you this game week to be in my team. And then, of course, my striking is still Haaland, and like what Davores had said earlier, it is still too early for me to judge. But again, tomorrow, things might change.
Yeah.
So I might bring in a new captain, but as it stands, Haaland is still my captain. And of course, I'm maintaining Thiago because I don't have a choice. The strikers are literally doing very bad. And of course, then I will, of course, maintain Joe Pedro because there was a change in the previous game week. He tried to do something nice, and I feel like he can actually make wonders this game week.
Yeah.
So I don't know if there is any change at Davores. You feel like you need to advise the team out there to make some changes here and there, or we can move on to our predictions.
Whoever are thinking about selling Joao Pedro, I think you should hold on. They have some good fixtures. Any Chelsea player, actually. If you have any Chelsea player,
Mhm.
they have some good fixtures. They have somewhere there. They have Wolves and Burnley, and I think they are likely to win those games. So if you have any Chelsea player, or if you want to buy any player, look into Chelsea.
Okay. So now, colleagues, now that those are our teams, and hopefully they won't change. I want us to go into our match prediction, and the games are starting tomorrow. That is Saturday, and today for the last 2 weeks, we've not been having early kickoff. This time we'll be having an early kickoff for Spurs home against the Manchester United, and that game is coming at 15:30 East African time.
Yeah.
And then maybe let's go them together at NL. I mean double S.
Yeah.
What's your prediction on Spurs?
This is a tough game, and Spurs is at home. But I'm a United diehard. Of course, we are winning this 2-0.
And Fifi the King, what's your prediction on Man U against Spurs?
Man U is going to win.
Okay, so Man U is winning. And then when we come to Everton Fulham, double S, what's your prediction on Everton Fulham?
I'm going with Everton.
Well, I would also go with Everton.
That's a bigger chance.
Okay, so if Everton has a bigger chance, then we look at West Ham and Burnley. This is a very interesting game. Double S.
At the moment, I don't know what to say when it comes to West Ham games.
So
I think they're going to get relegated, but now this is against Burnley. Whoever wins among them, the other one that lost is going to get relegated.
I'm supporting West Ham. Yeah.
All right. So, colleagues, remember these are usually our predictions.
Yeah.
What you do out there, it's entirely depends on you. Don't to follow what we say here. Then we look at Sunderland, Arsenal. This one I'm sure Arsenal.
Arsenal, sure deal.
Miracles can happen.
Arsenal,
Arsenal.
sure win. Arsenal is away, but still that doesn't make
Sunderland
it lose.
hammered Chelsea. Miracles can happen.
Not with Arsenal.
Not with Arsenal. I mean, you've seen the form which we are on.
Yeah.
Then we go to Chelsea versus Wolves. That game is literally coming in at nearly midnight. That is 23 East African time. So Chelsea Wolves, I'm sure win for Chelsea.
Yeah, Chelsea.
I'm also going with Chelsea.
Yeah, exactly.
This is a no-brainer.
Okay. Then on Sunday, we have so many games this time on Sunday.
So five of them.
Yeah, we are starting with Aston Villa and Bournemouth. Double S.
Bournemouth.
Aston Villa.
Brentford, Newcastle. Double S.
Draw.
Newcastle.
Brentford. And then Crystal Palace, Brighton. Crystal Palace here.
Yeah, I'm also going with Palace.
Yeah, Crystal Palace is
draw.
hammering seriously. Then Nottingham Forest, Leeds. This I said earlier. I'm going with Leeds.
I'm going with Nottingham Forest.
I go with Leeds.
And then of course the last game for that game week will be Man City and Liverpool. Of course, in this case, Man City is home.
Yeah.
Fifi, your prediction?
Liverpool. They win.
Double S.
I'm going with Man City. That is where the cyborg is.
Liverpool.
I don't know. For some reason, I'm also comfortable with Man City winning this game and a comfortable win.
Like 2-0.
Yeah, 2-3 around there. And of course, as usual, the minimum needs to score in that game. And
Of course.
That is where my tie is happening. That's where all my bet is. All right. So I think so far not so bad. So far we've gone through a few segments. We started off with the results for game week 10. We went and looked at our local scene, and then we had, of course, we had our coach being contract extension, and then of course we looked at the Uganda Cups. We focused on the Champions League, and we looked into a tech segment for the Entebbe Express Highway and its tech on the road, and of course we've looked at our teams and our match prediction. So this is how we do it with great minds. We are always here at a weekly level basis, And we are here to give you part of the minds that we think we have. And we believe that this podcast will be a great podcast, as the name is, A Great Mind. So I want to hand over to to Double S, just in case he has any closing remarks. Double S.
Okay, don't forget to comment, share and like. All our handles are The Great Minds Pod 256. We are always here each week to give you our minds and our predictions and how we see things. So in case you go out there and say the things and never kuchima, don't start, it's my God. No, this is what we think. It's not the reality, but this is how we think how things should be or how things are going.
Yes, and purely, basically, it's entirely within our minds. And I don't know if the King, you want to say your closing remarks?
I have something brief to say, that whatever we discuss here is non-political. So don't be biased.
All right. So we are not political affiliated, but may I have a team that I have a side that I support. So, I don't want to say I have an area where I support. I'm a die-hard. So as our colleagues will say, and the other thing that you always have to keep in mind is that happiness is free. Go there, do what you do. Remember to be happy.
Yes.
It is good for your health. It is good for the people that are around you. And as always, this is Great Minds, and we are always happy to do this podcast in a happy and a jolly mode.
Yes.
Catch you again next game week. Chill out and enjoy your week responsibly. Ciao.
Peace out.